Journey through Hilinigmatic Terrain. To be precise, the duel portion against the mystifying Megatroll boss. This new baddie has some interesting mechanics. It's also housed in one of the coolest domains we've seen in a long while. There is, however, one small problem. We'll get to that in a moment. First, let's tackle the final boss challenge using the strongest character in my arsenal. Level 1 Qiqi with a level 1 dull blade and no artifacts. Look at that damage. Beautiful small numbers that aren't clogging up the screen. It's kind of nice. If it weren't obvious, Qiqi smacking this fellow with a dull blade hundreds of thousands of times is not how we're going to defeat this boss. For that, we're going to rely on those interesting mechanics mentioned earlier. You see, this boss is all about said mechanics. And indeed, the purpose of this challenge, other than the fact I wanted to make another level 1 challenge video, is to test just how far we can push these mechanics. Most players probably went into here with their strongest characters, did 1 or 2 rounds of these mechanics, and then proceeded to brutally kick a dude while they're down, ending the fight in seconds. But as you can see, they gave players 3 minutes. So, what do you think? Can Qiqi here win this battle before 3 minutes are up, thus fully completing the final challenge? Not quite, it would seem. Time for some optimizations. I'll only need 2. First and most important, I cannot let the Megatroll use their magic attack. It takes too long to cast, with the 2 cast version taking 10 seconds and the 3 cast taking upwards of 14. Its melee attack clocks in at a bit over 9. While there is a 1 cast version of magic that takes only 6 seconds, it is incredibly rare. Consistency is key. Second, I'll need to double plunge between each of the boss's plunge attacks during that phase. Waiting to play it safe eats up too much time. With those optimizations made, Qiqi, level 1 with dull blade and no artifacts, can complete the secondary goal of sub 3 minutes, thus fully clearing the final challenge. That took all of... the raw footage file isn't even 20 minutes. Bringing us to that problem I mentioned earlier. Hoyoverse, was there any way left in which you could make this boss easier? I get the devs like to keep things casual friendly, but I think they overdid it this time. I do find the mechanics, such as making the boss slip, to be interesting as concepts, but without any challenge behind their implementation, it all falls flat. Or maybe my complaints are unfounded, and the truth of the matter is that level 1 Qiqi is simply too strong. I'm interested in hearing others' opinions on the event. I was pretty excited for it when it was announced, but man, I expected at least a little challenge from the combat portion. I appreciate them trying new things, and hope they continue to do so. However, I also hope they stop hiding away events that are already established as being good and challenging. Like that customizable boss domain you can enter with a friend. Always a good time, that one. Or, and this really needs to return already, Labyrinth Warriors. Seriously one of the sickest events Genshin had. That hasn't been seen in over 2.5 years. Suppose I'll just have to keep doing what I've already been doing in the meantime. Seeking out and creating my own challenges. This is Musashi, signing off. Till next time.